You close your laptop, you leave the office, you step through your front door. Technically, work is over, and yet your body does not feel relaxed. You sit down on the couch, but your mind is still reviewing conversations. You turn on a show, but part of you is replaying unfinished tasks. Your body is home, but your nervous system is not. You may tell yourself that you should be better at relaxing. Other people seem to switch off easily. They laugh, cook, unwind. Meanwhile, you feel slightly tense even when nothing urgent is happening. You scroll your phone, but it does not soothe you. You try to distract yourself, but the tension lingers quietly beneath the surface. You are not too serious. You are not broken. You are not bad at relaxing. What is happening is simpler than that. Your nervous system has not transitioned. Work mode activates stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, to help you focus and perform. When work ends abruptly, those chemicals do not instantly disappear. Without a clear signal of closure, your brain remains partially alert. Psychologically, we need markers. We need endings. Without a closing cue, the mind keeps scanning for unfinished business. If you move directly from work into home life without transition, the stress response continues quietly. It feels like you cannot relax, but in reality, you have not completed the shift. In Japan, there are often clear separations between work and home life. Shoes are removed at the entrance. Desks are tidied before leaving. There are small decompression rituals embedded into daily rhythm. These acts are not dramatic. They are signals. You do not need a vacation. You need a transition. Relaxation is not automatic. It requires a shift in state, and that shift needs to be acknowledged. Relaxation does not arrive simply because the clock says work is over. It arrives when your nervous system is told it is safe to power down. One reason work tension lingers is because work often ends abruptly. You finish a task, close a tab, shut your laptop, and immediately move into the next part of your day. There is no psychological closing. The brain receives no signal that the performance period has ended. It simply pauses, waiting to resume. Without a closing cue, stress remains slightly active. Your body may be in your living room, but part of your mind is still in task mode. This is why even relaxing activities can feel shallow. The nervous system is not convinced the demands are over. In many Japanese workplaces, there is a subtle ritual at the end of the day. Desks are cleared, papers are stacked neatly. Some employees bow lightly when leaving the office. These actions are small, but they mark completion. They signal this part of the day is finished. You can create your own symbolic end-of-work ritual. Before leaving your workspace, even if it is a corner of your home, spend 3 minutes resetting it. Close all tabs intentionally. Write down tomorrow's first task so your brain does not need to rehearse it overnight. Clear your desk surface, then pause for one breath before walking away. This ritual does not need to be elaborate. It needs to be consistent. The repetition teaches your nervous system that when this sequence happens, work mode ends. Closure frees mental space. When the mind receives a clear ending, it stops scanning. And when scanning stops, relaxation becomes possible. For many people, the commute used to serve as an unconscious decompression period. The train ride home, the walk from the office, the drive through familiar streets. Even if you did not think of it as relaxation, it created a buffer between work and home. When remote work removed that buffer, the transition disappeared. Now the distance between task and rest can be as short as a few steps. Physical movement helps shift the nervous system. When you walk at an unhurried pace, your breathing changes. Your muscles release tension. The repetitive motion signals that you are no longer in performance mode. Without movement, the body remains in the posture of work, seated, focused, alert. In Japan, train commutes are often quiet. People read, listen to soft music, or simply look out the window. The commute is not loud decompression. It is gentle separation. In many neighborhoods, evening walks are common. Even a short walk after work creates psychological distance. You can recreate this buffer intentionally. After finishing work, step outside for 10 minutes. Leave your phone in your pocket if possible. Walk without a destination. Let your eyes adjust to outdoor light. Notice your breathing. The goal is not exercise, it is transition. Movement tells the body that the context has changed, and when the body shifts, the mind follows. Another simple but powerful cue is changing clothes immediately. When you stay in your work clothes, even at home, you carry the context with you. Clothing acts as a behavioral cue. Your brain associates certain outfits with certain roles. If you remain dressed for work, your posture and mindset often remain aligned with it. In Japan, there is a strong separation at the entrance of the home. Shoes are removed at the genkan. Indoor slippers are worn. This small ritual signals crossing into private space. It marks a boundary between public role and personal self. You can create your own boundary by changing clothes as soon as work ends. It does not need to be elaborate. Simply remove the outfit associated with work and put on something soft and comfortable. Make this act intentional, not casual. Notice the shift. Context cues behavior. When you change clothing, you send your brain a message. The role has changed. You are no longer performing. You are home. Transitions do not need to be dramatic. They need to be clear. When the shift is honored, relaxation becomes accessible. There is a difference between showering quickly and bathing intentionally. Many people come home, step into the shower, and rush through it while thinking about emails or conversations. The water runs, but the mind remains engaged. The body is washed, but the tension is not. Warm water has a direct effect on the nervous system. It activates the parasympathetic response, the part responsible for rest and recovery. When heat surrounds the body, muscles loosen, breathing slows, but this effect deepens only when attention is present. In Japan, the ofuro bath is not simply hygiene, it is ritual. The body is washed first, then immersed in warm water. There is no rushing. The bath is treated as reset. It marks the end of the day and the beginning of rest. You do not need a traditional bath to benefit. Even a 10-minute warm shower can become intentional. Lower the lights slightly. Let the water fall without multitasking. Feel the warmth on your shoulders. Let each exhale be slightly longer than the inhale. Imagine the day dissolving, not being carried forward. When the body experiences warmth and stillness together, the mind follows. Another quiet mistake is engaging socially the moment you arrive home. Conversation, television, background noise, these require energy. Even pleasant social interaction uses cognitive resources. If you move directly from work performance into social engagement, the nervous system does not receive recovery. In many Japanese homes, evenings often begin quietly. A cup of tea, a short period alone, silence before conversation. This small gap protects recovery. You can experiment with 15 minutes of solo decompression before engaging with anyone. Sit in a quiet space. Change clothes. Shati quiet. You become more present afterward. Quiet. You become more present afterward. Without that gap, you carry tension into interaction. Relaxation requires space, and space must be created deliberately. Many evenings are filled with bright lights, loud sounds, and constant stimulation. The television volume is high. Overhead lights remain harsh. Phones glow. Even after work ends, the nervous system is still receiving signals that it should stay alert. Then you wonder why you cannot fully relax. The body does not switch from high alert to deep rest instantly. It descends gradually. If stimulation remains intense, the descent never completes. Bright light suppresses melatonin. Loud audio keeps attention outward. Rapid scrolling keeps dopamine active. The result is a body that feels tired, but a mind that feels wired. In many Japanese homes, evening lighting is softer. Lamps replace ceiling lights. Spaces are intentionally dimmer. The atmosphere slows. Minimal decor and quieter environments support the shift toward rest. It is not dramatic silence. It is lowered intensity. You can redesign your evening environment slightly. After dinner, dim one set of lights. Reduce the volume of background noise. Avoid switching rapidly between apps or shows. Choose one low-stimulation activity. Reading a few pages, stretching gently, listening to soft music. The goal is not productivity. It is downshifting. Relaxation is not a switch you flip. It is a staged descent. First, you close work. Then you move your body. Then you change context. Then you warm the body. Then you lower stimulation. Each step lowers the nervous system gradually. When these small transitions are combined, relaxation becomes reliable. You do not need all 6 habits every day. Choose 2. Pair a symbolic work closure with a short walk, or combine clothing change with warm water reset. Consistency matters more than intensity. You are not bad at relaxing. You have simply been expecting your nervous system to change states without guidance. Work mode must be closed before rest mode opens. When you honor the transition, relaxation finally arrives.